Hello everyone, let me Spoofwing here. Welcome back guys. We are doing another derail. Um, we are gonna get the DE2 moved in position so we can start kind of working on that. Admittedly, we do not have the money to even start repairing it. So that is our other goal. So, um, last time we did get our lovely DE6 online. You will not start because you are not set up to start. Alright. Use the brake. Oh. I'm gonna grab the DE2 Demonstrator really quick to throw it in its location. As even though we can't fix it, well, that doesn't mean we can do nothing with it. Alright. I have to figure out which one's DE2. That is slightly jarring, but that's the internal lights turning on. Alright. It's DH4. DE6. M3. DE2 is last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Alright. That was weird. Little hiccup there. Alright, we'll grab the other DE6 because we'll bring that with us. Now, if I remember right, there wasn't a whole lot here. To really take anywhere, so we're gonna jump over to. Well, I'm gonna take a quick look to see if there's anything for harbor. I'll send a break on you. By the way, this is one of the most powerful trains in existence. Combinations. Only way this becomes stronger is if I add the slug to it. Now, if the other train is off right now, I don't have a reason for having it fired up. Okay. And do a really quick run here. Oh. There is a little logistics hall. So I'll grab that really quick. And hopefully that's not going to be too annoying. D4S. That's on its own, or am I going to have to move? Crap. D4. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Um, Alright, demo. Right. Using this beloved little guy to just pull this train onto the track. That way we're not having to try and move the other cars. Water's at about half. Ain't bad. Right. This is gonna be overkill. Alright, everything's active. I can turn that stuff off. I don't actively need that engine on. I need 15. It's more just for knowing where the fuel's at. Since they're both on about the same, then I have a fuel reading on both engines. That being said, 18.8 times 2. And then you're 68.25. So we need this on 110. Yep. This is going to be a very short train. I really do like how that looks. That is the wrong way. The nice thing about the MU, when I do independent brake on one, the other one also activates. Same with the dynamic brake. Train brake will be the whole thing. The train brake is the only thing controlled by the brake cutoff. But the independent brake, the dynamic brake, the reverser, throttle, sander, and the lights are all controlled by at the same time because I'm that multi-unit. The multi-unit remote is very similar. The only thing you have to do is make sure you set the forward and reverse appropriate to the train that's at the back. And it's a little more involved than that, but Alright. We're in G7, huh? Actually, we're gonna go ahead and turn around into military. Right? And then that way we're backing it into G7. We do not have to drive past this time. Right. I do need to try and head up to Goods Factory and Food Factory. They have the parts I'm after. Should have the extra parts, because I need another set of this for the 282. Actually, I think these are 50. Alright, here we go. I don't technically need that. I'm aware of that. But it is a lot easier versus trying to see the little speedometer. And I need to pick up a clinometer. I need to pick up... shouldn't have to worry about heat as much. But a clinometer wouldn't be a miss. An alerter would be amusing. That guarantees I'm paying attention. For those of you guys who don't know, it's called automatic train stop in this game. But there's a safety device that's often installed in the newer trains called an alerter what it does is it goes off and makes a beeping, usually a high-pitched beeping sound, or some kind of high-pitched sound. The whole point of it is to get the driver's attention. Well, if the driver doesn't react to it, in this case, with these, you hit a button, it will disable the throttle and start slowing the train down. It is a literal safety switch designed to ensure to prevent runaways. And this actually does. I actually tested it. It's pretty cool because it will turn on the brake. It will shut off the engine, the throttle, turn on the brake. I have not used it on the 282 or the 060. But I have used it with this. Still speeding up. Nope, keep it engaged. By the way, the dynamic brake is active, you cannot move the throttle. You cannot move the dynamic brake if the throttle is active, because it's the opposite system. Oh, actually, maybe they have something interesting over here. You might head up to military base. Let's see what they have. By the way, do not try this unless you have the military license, because if you do not have the military license, you will not get past this gate. You'll run into a stop here. Oh, they have a lot of stuff. What have you guys got? My flashlight. Alright, military cars. Oh, missiles. Okay, now we're talking. Let's see. Attack helicopters? Yes. I think we're taking military today. And what are you? Just regular military flight cars. Alright, I think we're taking military this run. Unload. Load and prepare a train of ammunition. The military cars are an unload. Oh, wow. There you go. I do have military 2, I have hazmat 2, and I have fragile 1. So I can take the missiles and the helicopters. So we're going to absolutely grab those. We are delivering those. But first, we need to deliver this. Left, left, right, left. Now these are going to the same place, right? Military base? Absolutely. By the way, those missiles are hazmat too. I cannot take the most what's the word for it? Not impressive. Yeah, the more impressive loads with without military and hazmat 3. That being said, something to look into is, oh, they have another DE6, don't they? That's 282. See if there's something from here along the way up, because we can potentially pass a couple sites. Oh, is this one of the rare few times where we do not have? It absolutely is. One of the rare few times there's not something on the storage track. Alright, rain's really coming down. Let's hit the shop really quick. They do. And he also has sand. Oh, I went the wrong way. Wrong direction. Uh... Alright. I'm gonna place this the same spot I did. A little higher than where I normally put it, but that's fine. Alright. Those are empties. Actually, yeah, these two I need to take with me. Actually, no, I don't, because if I need them, they'll be in the shed, and I have one of these left. Lovely. Alright, that's Machine Factory, we're not heading that way. Not heading that way. We can do a drive-through on that. Um, Gas, diesel. Diesel must be hazmat 1. And the end result's military base, regardless. I need to do some adding here. Oop, what's that? Ah, okay. So, regardless, military base is a yes. So, 72 plus 54. What's DE6's weight? 125 times that by 2. All right. That's the wrong direction. That's a pretty one. Or something. All right, so we have yeah, we can do all those. Oh Jesus. Okay. Um. Right. First, we're gonna rest. Really. Oh, we're still underweight, so that's gonna take a minute to update. Actually, I don't think it'll update till 1 or till 6. Um. All right. I'm not expecting to get any of the bonuses off any of these. All right. Get these ordered up. Those I need to pick up first. That's D5. Okay, so those are both D5. That's no issue. Both going on the exact same track. E3, E3I, A6I. So that needs to be the last one loaded. That's on one of the little sighting tracks. E3. And those three are all going to the same track, so that is actually going to be quick and easy. Alright, let's grab my train. Oh wait, I gotta restart it. There you go. This will absolutely make sense in a second here, guys. I promise. Okay, I can't yet. Because I'm in the middle of a switch, right? They held to one of the ultimate train setup. Alright. Normally. But I forget. Oh, independent brake. Okay, now I forgot something. Alright, so military ones I'll grab last. E10, E7, E2, E3, E5. Alright, G3. That's on this set. Okay, that's those. So we'll pull the G3 ones up to the main track. That way we just have to back it up. By the way, doing the distance track on this thing is going to be an absolute nightmare. This is borderline overkill, by the way, for you guys to know, because I do have more power between these two than what I'm hauling. What I'm hauling is only 17,000. That's including the 2 trains, not counting this. That's obviously that's 18,000. I can haul that just on, or 1,800. I can haul that just on the 2 DE2s. This is just gonna give me a little bit more pulling power in case of rain, due to the rain. If the rain honestly buggers off, I'll remove it. Right now, I'm using it as a counter pull force for the rain itself. And because all these are freight hauls, I believe they're all freight hauls. Yeah, as all these are freight hauls, I don't have to worry about. Oops. Backing in anything in. That being said, while I'm pulling this up, I hope the rain doesn't persist. And admittedly, I love the sound of that. Actually, I'm probably gonna just actually keep it just for the fact that it'll have a higher traction effort, which means better dynamic braking. This is not going to be a small train. I actually believe it'll be larger than the last one we pulled out of here. Now it looks like the rain is... Yep, it's clear skies, so the rain stopped. Like that. Alright, those brakes are fully operational. Now comes the fun part. I actually kind of wish this was the other way around. But I'll deal. All the rest of these are in E. Now, the only thing I'm a little concerned with is length. Alright. That's the last one. 5, 3. Right, so 10. D10 followed by 7, 2, 3, 5. It's on this side. Yep, 2, 3, then 5. And by the way, I'm not expecting to get the bonuses on any of these. Actually, honestly, when I get the whole train together, I can back it down this pathway again. Down a neutral track. Probably grab the military. All right. This is the next one we're grabbing. Oh, hang on. No, 7. This one. Yeah, this is the unload. That's second to last. Now, I'm gonna be kind of careful in this. Alright, it's following the correct track. Yeah, so we still have to pick up these guys, these guys. Yeah, a few to pick up yet. All right, 2, 3, 5. That's all in order. Okay, make sure that that was good. All right, once I'm past, you set that. Oh, if when we back it down, we'll. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this might be the longest train I've ever hauled. I'm definitely saving before I head out. So I still have those 4. I have 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cars here. I still have the 2 military trains I've got to pick up. That's probably about 10, 11 cars. I have not hauled something like this before. So this is going to be interesting. We're not going to be moving very fast, period. By the time we get out of a 40-kilometer area, I'm going to be back in a 40-kilometer area. Okay, need to make sure I'm being gentle with the impacts on these because these are explosive. Yeah, gas is explosive. Those will go boom. I believe argon does too. No, argon does not. Yeah, you know those mile-long trains you see when you're uh, out in the highways and stuff? They go by on the tracks. That's kind of what we're making here. And I'm gonna keep an eye on that because if it gets to the military, I'm gonna have to turn it. Um. yet. Okay, we're not there. We may not get there. Oh boy. All right. Accept. Right. Oof, that's a bitty. That's a big one. Okay. After I grab these, I'm going to hook these up. I'm going to disconnect the main locomotive, go grab the military stuff, and bring that back. That has to be able to turn my train around. Means I need C. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, that injured, damaged that car, but did not damage the one I was worried about. Right, very long train does not stop on a dime. Yeah, I'll need to pay that off too. And do that really quick before I take off. With any luck, well, I might have to push that back a little further to turn the military ones around. Because I'd rather not take it out of the station to do that. I don't have a problem with it, just rather not if I can avoid it. B6 and B8. Okay. Now, with any luck, these aren't, like I said, these aren't going to be horribly long. I could just do a quick turnaround here. Although, in honesty, it's probably going to be better if I do a just turnaround out, heading out of. So let's plan on that. We're not having to push back any further than we already are. I might barely used any fuel doing all this, so we're fine there. Let's see how big the train is before I make any final decisions. Or this section of the consist is. I don't honestly think this is going to be that long. And so there's only 3 here. It's 7 cars. Yeah, I think I can get that and squeeze that. If not, it'll be really close. I love the fact I'm hauling attack helicopters. That's soon. You know, that's actually a pretty good model for the helicopter. It's tied down really well too. Like they even took the care to have the actual propellers tied down. The primary propellers tied down so they don't try to take rotating or anything like that. That is actually really, really good detail to their cargo. And that's saying nothing of our little missiles over here. That's that way. They have a specialized carrier. They are strapped down at the front and mid back, and they're supported on the underside of every single one of them. There's the support straps. Right there, that keeps it tied down. Right. We are gonna head up this way. That way we can back in. Um, that's a long enough train. I'd have to force the other back a little further than it already is. Really don't need, shouldn't have to do that. Now that has cross blades. Nope, this is supposed to have cross blades too. So I wonder whether the blades. That's the one slight thing against it. They don't have the secondary blades on the car. All right. This will also set it so that all the tracks are the right direction. I am hauling missiles and attack helicopters. Oh, I'm willing to bet these are highly explosive too. Oh, right, that's facing the right way. I can use the independent brake to. There you go. All right. Still have one more set, but I don't want to have to run clear back here to clear that out. All right. By the way, the back end is clear back here. Oh, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm probably going to want that slug because I'm not gonna have much of anything of a run up on that uphill. I'm gonna need the pulling power. I'm just glad a bunch of these all go on the same line. Oh, look how long it's taken for the brakes to charge. Oof. I might have to hit up the dynamic brakes as well when I want to stop. Alright, to give you guys an idea how big this thing is. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Here's the back. That's the back right there. There's our front engine. Has a long ass train. Alright. I need a couple preliminary data here. 18.8 times 2. The slug, I think, is 16.7. It's not quite as long. Alright. Plus 72.18. .66. 130.71. 66.45. 54.13. 180.45. 72.18. And for the sake of knowing where the hell the back end of this thing is, oh, I don't have the money for it. Ah, okay. Nope. Never mind. I don't have the money for the caboose. Gotcha. This thing is 768 meters long. The distance tracker, by the way, maxes out at 1 kilometer. Back one. Right. So military base is our last. That's a left. Right. Right. Okay. So from down here, right. Left. Right. 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 Steel mill's our first stop. We have one in good. We have a couple in good factory. So, we're after that. I know that's a slower path. But that's fine. And we'll have to stop and reverse into. Military. Actually, let's go this way. It is honestly going to be quicker. Okay. All right. Here we go. gonna have to rename this longest train yet. Thing's almost 800 meters long. B3, B3, A6. Right. Oof, we are losing speed slowly. Holy, this is that heavy. To be fair, this is up on the upper end of what this train can actually handle. I was starting to speed up again. Oh, good. To be fair, that is a lot of cars to pull you back. Yeah, we'll be hovering around 4 for a while. For a little while. I'm 40. My back end is probably up by those corners. so we're kicking back on the throttle finally. It's starting to rain again. I can get up a little bit, but I know it goes back. Yeah, it goes back down to 4 pretty damn quickly. This is where a clinometer would be great to have. Sheesh, using about half the gas just on the climb. Okay. And just to remember, guys, this train is so long, it's still on the other side of the tunnel here. There's the front. There's the back. So just to give you guys an idea, there's a reason we're having to, it's taking quite a bit to climb. And there's a reason I kept that slug on. Alright, let's kick it up. We can start accelerating here. Alright, we'll go ahead and coast. I don't want to go too much faster because I don't know what the braking on this is going to be, let alone with rain when it is now coming down. We'll go ahead and push it to 70. Now, I still stand by the thoughts that I did not need the slug to get out. I probably would have gotten moved a bit faster. But I did want the excess pulling power just in case. And because we have two DE6 connected to it, we still get moving a bit faster, as long as the train's not holding us way back. Let's see how well the dynamic braking holds. Boosted dynamic braking was also a thing, very much a thing. So we'll keep it activated. Actually, these are slight uphill. We shouldn't have to, actually. I might have to pull the throttle again. Actually, I might not have to, because if I remember correctly, yeah, this is going to turn into a downhill. A rather steep one. Okay, I'm safe to go up to 60 now. Alright, 300 kilometers. Yep. Actually, no. I need to keep my speed. And it's not even because it's that. But I need to start bringing the engine to a stop. So see the blue section on the amperes? That's negative right now. That's because I'm using it, the whole system, to slow the train down. Because slow the train down, I absolutely need to do. Because this is our stop. Or our first stop. Alright. We'll hit our distance tracker now. That's a little early, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to cut that. That being said, track these. I'm subtracting the length of these particular trains because they're being removed. And I'm not going to turn these three in until I get the one in A6 delivered as well, which is over there. I think I will start going downhill. The reason, by the way, I'm using dynamic brake to slow the train down right now is until right about now, it's still the most effective way to slow this whole train down. Because the train brakes take so long to power up because of how heavy the train is, how long it is. $10 meters. All right. Now, that's just at the edge. And it should be fine, but I'm going to go ahead and back it up a little bit. All right. 63. Okay. That's train one. All right. These cars have to go into or uh, A6I. That's over here. By the way, the faster, the more powerful the dynamic brake is. Yeah. Thankfully, as the train gets lighter, we'll use less fuel to get moving. We will also use less, well, I mean, it's all, most of it's up, or, except for up in the mountains, they'll become uphill. But by then, we'll have a much lighter train. So we use a lot less fuel. There's nothing in it. Good. I have, so I'm still gonna have a heck of a. I'm glad I'm not doing this in realistic. I've done it before, but the walk sucks. Oh, I ain't too horrible. Alright. $73 Yeah, I figured. They threw the whole train together after. As long as it was taking me to throw the train together, I kind of figured as much. Rubber. Nope, nothing going where I'm going. Okay. Alright, so... By the way, this is how much we took off. It was clear up here. It was clear up here. We took all that off just from this one station. I mean, to be fair, we've already made like 26,000 just off the initial drop. Alright, we'll hit up about 70. I won't push probably too much more than that. Oh, actually I can, because I can go up to 12. 120. Well, 100. I should pick up the... Oh, okay, 8. With it down, so at least... Go ahead and kick this on. I need that high, though. Not yet, anyway. Should see about the boombox. Although, again, I'm always a little concerned that there might be something, copyright material in them. Alright, next switch needs to be to the right. Now, if we didn't pick up the steel mill stuff, we would have came up through here. Well, let's see if I can get a... Would have came up through this way. Just loop through Goods Factory and out. Now, I know that... So, we have to do Goods Factory a little different because we are... Okay, I need to make sure I go up that way because I don't want to accidentally run into our own train. That would just suck. If the train's long enough, you can run into your own train on some of these map areas. Yep. We are gonna take a detour. It's gonna be in Oil Well Central, or north. I almost derailed. I would have laughed my ass off. Okay, it's off the main track. I do need to stop at Oil Well North. I forgot something about the military base. It does not have diesel or a fueling center. So I do need to stop to look at the store here while I'm here. Oh wow, they have a DE6 here? I mean, I know it's you can, it's just not very often. Alright. We're heading up to military base, so I'm not gonna bother looking. Not gonna be anything heading up that way. Uh. Oh, hello. You? And the clinometer. And I didn't need to replace that. Right. Oh, hang on. Okay. Infrared. Clinometer. Speedometer, because I need to replace that. One of you. Two of you. Let's grab the digital clock. I can see what time it is. I need. Needs this whole shed. Right. So that needs wiring. That's gonna need wiring. So you and you have full one. Grab you, and duct tape. There's always duct tape. Like I said, I'm not concerned with time because we're already over the timer. Right. You know what? Hang on. Do I have mount bracket small in here? Yep. All right. We're gonna. Right, that should be fine. Oh, that's not upside down. It is not. Okay, I can do that. That'll work because that. I'll end up changing things around. If I remember correctly, that does not need soldering. Nope. Okay. Alright, the last... Um... Yeah, I'm coming back here a lot, guys. Give me a minute here. I'm trying. Hmm. That does work. Okay. That's why. Okay. Um. I'll be angled a little. See here. I have to bring that. Okay. Yeah, I just need one to be able to see the. Hmm. The other option is up there. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be better because that'll have my attention more than up in the corner. Okay. I can do that. That is awesome. I did not know that. And it replaces the tape. I learn new things all the time. Okay. Okay, I've got a couple extra things. The shed. Alright, I found everything I was looking for here. And an extra. Does not I do have the replacement speedometer for the 282. Um Right, the alerter I'm going to put down here. Right. An 80. Right. Also, if I put all my books back. Okay, they're all. I love these. They're all heading to the exact same place. All right. We do need to take a detour to Oil North, just because I want to make sure I have fuel. So, bam. And on the way back, we'll stop at Iron Mine East. I believe I'd stop there to. Nope, I've been there. Okay. Wait, hang on. Right. We can actually go down the primary line here. Because we don't need to stop for water. Now the reason is right here is this fuel center. Go to the right, left. We'll come in through there, and we'll be able to pick up fuel. I just need to make sure that we are going to go through. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Last two legs of the trip. By the way, this train is absolutely a ton lighter. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take that out. That way I don't have to worry about flipping it if we come back through. That's the easiest way to prevent yourself from running into yourself. Shit. No, no. I flipped that the wrong way. And it is in military time. It works. It just gives it. I was just after it so I can have an idea of how soon it's gonna be daylight or sunset, stuff like that. Yay, I can see what my downhill is again. And I'm just gonna ghost it. Alright. We have to slow down a little more. Yeah, it's over by the... Okay. Well, I'm out. I can look for the demonstrator. We have not checked Oil North yet for the last demonstrator. Ironically enough, I'm almost don't need that because simply because of the fact that I'm not going to be pushing the brakes as bad on this because of the this little guy, dynamic brake. DE6's is actually quite strong. I did not see any demonstrators. No, it's not there. So let's... All right. Yeah, by the way, realistic, I don't think you can do this. I think you have to do them each individually. Oh, that's a hefty little price. They haven't. If I wanted to go super overboard, there's another DE6. But that's a little way overboard. Right. Next one should be the left. Or to the right, yeah. right. Three and a half. A high end. Really, rain? Now that might arguably shorter going that way, but one, it is a lot twistier. Two, you have to stop and back up. Going back this way is fun though. I pretty much burned up my brakes on the 282. I think it's fifth. I'm trying to remember if this goes back down to 4. Yeah, it does. I say, don't you dare derail. I'm under 60. Okay, no, we're down below us was the track, but we're not to the point where we're crossing over the other one yet. And we're going massively uphill again. There's the track we came on. We're up to 80. And it's starting to turn daylight. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and cut that because it's gonna have us down at least 60. I don't think that might have some sharp turns on, actually. For those of you guys who are curious, I am not used to this particular section of track. I don't come up here very often. Okay. By the way, going right there would take us to Coal Mine East, which is one of the other few areas I have not checked out yet. Going right on the upcoming track will take us to Iron Mine East. Alright, next is military base. Ooh, sunshine. Cool, make the fog go away. I say as it's still somewhat cloudy apparently. Welcome to the military base. This actually might be a little painful turning around here. I don't know how big. Oh, it's standard. Shoot. Yeah, that's gonna be painful. Alright, everyone. One of the yard workers. Welcome to the military base. I know you can't see crap, but... Oh yay, biohazards! Oh, you'll love to see it. Let me guess, classified? Yep, classified. And they have biohazard symbols on them. Oh, make of that what you guys will. Um... Oh. There it is. We now actually have enough to repair or get the DE2 done. Just have to go get the materials. Yeah, has 3, military 3. It's 4 cars, but 68,000. And there's 2 of them. Oh, and there's more because they have another one that you can load up. How expensive are those? Way over what I've got. Okay. Good morning, Jacob. By the way, our latest haul: missiles and attack helicopters. We're in the military base. Okay. Also, classified with biohazard symbol on it. Make of that what you will. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this thing turned around so it's not completely jacked up. I don't know if I'll have the money at the time to get a hold of it. I'll have to see. I mean, I know it's a couple months away, but I'm also trying to remember if there were any other games that are on my list. Oh. How do I want to do this? You've been doing? I'm guessing you're asking how I've been doing? Do I have an empty... To the left. Okay. I've been doing good. Just trying to get through this playthrough to the point where I promised myself I'd get to. And it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Yep, so I'm operating the DE6 at the moment. And we got the slug yesterday. Got the DE6 running and finished this last night at the very end of the stream. This is the Demonstrator DE6. And I very much like the paint job on it. And we just got done hauling our largest train yet. So it was 786 meters? Yeah, 786 meters. With 4 drops in steel mill, 2 drops in goods factory, and then the missiles here and the attack copters. Which we just dropped off the missiles and the attack helicopters up here in military. Now it gets fun in trying to get this all turned around. Which, by the way, the whole train weighed 18,000 or 1,800 pounds. So it's not a light train. Okay. Oh, why does it have to be a small one? Okay. Set that to pilot. Brake cutoff. We'll get this turned around, and then we'll get this turned around, that turned around. That's not going to work. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Well, the slug actually doesn't matter. I have more than one empty rail yard over there. I can use that to my advantage here. I heard the echoes off the mountains. Actually sounds just as good inside as well. This is the standard DE6 internal. I'm just literally trying to get these turned around. I'll show you what the inside of my demonstrator one looks like here in a second. I wish I could go out a little further. Oh, it was on. Yeah, I usually have it on when it's moving. This one's on too. And it had just recently turned in day. Here's the demonstrator one with some gadgets. So we've got the distance tracker, clinometer, which tells you the grade you're on, switch, brake, speedometer, clock, and this lovely little thing, which I have no use for right now. Okay. How do I wanna... I need to move this onto one of those tracks. Okay. This one does not have a turnaround track, so it's a little on the annoying side. Alright. Now back this down the other track. This would be really difficult to pull off. Actually, I wouldn't be able to pull this off without, if we were on any other site. Or if that track wasn't being used. That's storage? No, that's an outbound. I'm going to change my train configuration just slightly so the slug is back behind both locomotives. That should work. I'll give it a shot. I haven't tried it that way. I still wish I had Hazmat 3 and Military 3 because these things are 68,000 each, and this is another one that I could load, and it'll also be 60,000. And they're all going to harbor. All right. Now I need to stop. That should be good. All right. No, instead of iron mine, we're gonna head to coal mine. Now this should back up straight into the slug. Ironically enough, the really easy way to do this would just be resummon both machines, but I don't want to spend the 10 grand to do so. Because I have 2 very expensive licenses. I have 3 demonstrators I still need to fix up, including the DE2, which we didn't have the money to buy the parts. Now we do, but now I gotta get back down to City South and Harbor area. Oh dear. Then we've got to make a trip up to Machine Factory where we get the parts. That was perfect. I'm tempted to pick up the DH4 license since I know where that's at. That way we can do the DE2 and DH4 at the same time, which that's at the coal power plant. Which, I mean, I'm grabbing coal, so I very well might. Or at least on the site anyway. Then I can just use the DMU or DMU1 to go retrieve the parts. Which will give you guys a chance to see another locomotive. Thank you. Movie? Okay, which avatar? I don't think any of them are. Avatar. I'm trying to figure out what I'm guessing you're not talking about the VTuber. Avatar? My stream one? Or my Twitch one? Hang on. Oh. It's not. It's just, there's no movie it's from. It's just just something I came up with. Alright, that's turned around. We can grab those. We can head on our way. Turn the cap light back on. Yep, but yeah, my avatar's not from any movies or anything like that. Um. Oh, for Discord, my Discord one. That is actually art from a book. It's not my art. It's oh fudge. What's the? I'd have to look up the original, the pic I have. But it's hang on. It's from a book series. Let me get this attached and I can look it up really quick. Alright, break cut off. Alright. It should be Lumia under, I believe, underscore Swiftwing. Hang on, half second. Let me. I find the original picture I used for that. It's towards the bottom end of my folder. It's from a book series called Iria Chronicles. And give me a second, I'll get my YouTube stuff. I I used to have that posted in my Twitch, and then I changed things around. There you go. All right, that's all three attached. Let's see how this behaves. Yeah, so Iron Mine we'd have to back into. Let's go to Coal Mine East. I need to check for Demonstrator there, because I'm missing one. Go. Yeah, left. And that should take us to Iron Mine. Right? Coal Mine East? Yeah, okay. Most of what's on my YouTube is my actual some of my streams. Not all of the ones I do wind up there, and I'm currently trying to get them on there because Twitch limited how many you can have, and I've been saving them here, and my poor YouTube was being neglected. So that is currently a work in progress I'm doing. I'm working on uploading Hollow Knight and my Final Fantasy VII remake. Hollow Knight right now is the one that's being uploaded and published. 60. Oh, wait, hang on. This train is not anywhere near that long. There we go. Say this train is nowhere near that long. Okay. I'm going uphill all night. Yep. Got to stop soon. And streams this week is being thrown a little out of whack. Streaming today, I'll definitely streaming Friday, but it won't be Digimon and it'll be an extended stream as Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. I got a half day at work, so I'm going to attempt to stream that. Let's see how that works, how well that works. Saturday I won't be streaming because I don't want to accidentally eat up all the internet. Monster Hunter Wilds. The new Monster Hunter game that's coming out. This Friday, the 28th. I'm actually specifically taking a half day off of work so that to be able to play that. And I won't be streaming Digimon because of that. I'm still going uphill. I forgot this is all uphill. Yeah, I slowed down to... Yeah, that's 40. A couple of the betas, I wound up streaming that, and I was having quite a bit of fun with that. So I'm looking forward to being able to see what the full game has to offer. Saturday, my roommate is having a LAN party with some other friends, so they're gonna be eating up playing Wilds, so they're gonna be eating up the internet quite a bit. So I don't want to tie up the internet myself by streaming, so that's why I will not be streaming Saturday. What am I trying? Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. Again, not used to this particular track. Uh... Might want to check your wording on that last one. I think you got a wrong word somewhere. This particular track, I know I mentioned it earlier. You may not have been here, but I don't come up this way very often, so it's track I'm not 100% familiar with. And I'm glad I'm running the DE6s instead of the... Oh, Derail train. Okay. Yes. Yes, I have. Both on purpose and by accident. Uh... Okay. Where... Am I right on top of the switch? Ah! Thank you for the fox splash to the face. Alright, hydrate, hydrate. Alright, there you go. Um... Again. Thank you for the plushies. Let's see. Okay, train brake is fully applied. Okay, this goes... Where the hell does this one go? Was that a bypass or something? Alright. First things first, let's see if there's, where is it? In south, coal mine east. Alright, so it's by... potentially one next over here. No, okay. No demonstrator. I'm missing one demonstrator, that's what I'm looking for. The DM. Ah, here it is. DM3. Alright, so that is in the coal mine east. Well, shoot. Decisions, decisions. Is there... Hold up here. Hang on. You're C. So this way... Up by the... You know what would really help? If I was on the right map. I'm on Iron Mine East, not Coal Mine. That would probably help. No wonder I'm completely friggin' lost. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this again. I wonder nothing's lining up. Alright. Okay. Yep, let's head this way. As I want to service the equipment. No wonder nothing was making sense. It's on the wrong friggin' map. Oh boy. Okay. I'm okay. I swear. I have actually not used the DM3 yet. uh, I wish that was the first time something stupid like that's happened. It's not. I've done something. Forgot to check. I had forgotten to check where my switches were going and wound up completely derailing one of my trains. I've almost derailed my poor train several times now, actually. You. All right. You're completely off? Okay. In case you're curious, I shut the both trains down. Just for a bit. Um Doing a full service. Alright. Maybe I'll start them up here in a minute. Right. Where is clear out this way? Excuse me, dump truck? There it is. And the DM3 is right there. Alright, fees. All that is emissions? Yikes. Oh, the tree's dead. Everything's kind of wilting now. There's a dead fish now. I've actually seen what that looks like if you have a whole ton and everything's on fire. There's no river. It's completely dead. There's dead fish in it. It's something else. Okay. Just so you don't have to come back up here. If I don't want to. Now, I have never driven the DM3. Dash light, cab light, lights 1 and 2 front and right. Wait, what? Light type rear. Starter, twin starters, electric. Oh, that's probably power switch. Um, Throttle reverser, fuel cutoff sander, engine brake, independent brake, horn, gearbox 1 and 2. Oh boy. It's a gearbox class. There's brake cutoff, and that's the train brake. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun to try. Well, let's get it on the tracks here. Where's the nearest track? You know what? Screw it. Where's my train? It's only going up to max re-rail 5,000 no matter where I go. So we'll just do this. Do this. Oh, there's max distance too. Okay, so we need an area that we back into. Okay. Now we gotta tow it. So we'll have to circle around and then back up to grab that. What do we have for jobs? That's going to harbor. You know what? We're just gonna get the last of these guys taken care of. Okay. 40. $82 minutes. Went east. What's the best route? I mean, I can go all the way up, down. Aw. Ah, another plush to the head. You're just all up about those plushes today. That does circle. You're fine. I was trying to figure out how to, or what's the best route. I don't think there is. Well, let's get this thing care of here. Okay. Nope. Actually, hang on. Uh, yeah, time. I've got to stop for the night because I do have to work tomorrow. Um, Thank you for stopping in, Jacob. I'll be streaming again tomorrow after work. So, that being said, everyone, thank you for watching. I'll see all you guys tomorrow night for, well, tomorrow morning for more Derail. We'll be grabbing some coal. Looks like a shunting job. And taking both these to coal power plant so that we can pick up the DH4 demonstrator. And we'll get them both down here to City South. And then we'll probably be picking up, mechanical parts for all the trains. We should have enough money at least to get the parts, which means you guys will get to see the DM1 or DMU. Yeah, DM1U, and get to see how that operates. So that being said, I will see all you guys tomorrow, 1 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. and I will catch you guys later. Bye.